This is me. I'm 19 years old and about to walk the length of the UK over the next couple months all by myself. This is my journey of walking from Land's End at the very furthest point at the bottom of the country all the way to John O'Groats at the furthest point at the top of the country. I didn't know it at this point, but over the next coming days, weeks and months, I was in for the most insane adventure of my life. I would see some of the best scenery in the UK, meet amazing people, climb up mountains, get stuck in downpour and be grateful for any type of bed. This is everything I'd be bringing on my trip, and this is everything that we'll be fitting into. So that means that for however long this takes me, I have my backpack and my own 2 feet to walk the length of Britain. So this is how it went, I guess. Yeah, enjoy. Alright, see you in John O'Groats. Let's go! Kinda nervous, but yeah, let's do this. Alright, so I've only just started and I'm already building up a sweat. Anyway, for the start of my trip, I've basically decided to take the Southwest Coastal Path, which will essentially take me through all the way through Cornwall, then all the way through Devon, and then I'll eventually hit my first city, which will be Bristol, and hopefully get a bed there. Also throughout this walk, is probably worth mentioning, but along the way I have planned loads of hidden gems. Yeah, so that way I hopefully won't get bored. And if you look at that right there, that is the first one. For the rest of day one, it was a great start to the trip. I walked past amazing scenery and it truly felt like a start to an adventure of a lifetime. Alright, well I seem to have found some cows. Only problem is I don't really want to go near them just in case I get like, you know, rammed or something. But yeah, pretty cool. Come on, are you actually serious? Oh, I don't know what to do. A cow's aggressive. Do I just risk it and go in the field there, walk past it? Or do I just walk right next to it? Is it gonna boot me and I'm gonna die? This is a serious dilemma. All right, so I've ended up taking the long way around the cow. But now look at my exit. I've got another one waiting for me to come out. All right, so that pretty much concludes the end of day one. Beautiful sunset behind me. I'm basically camping on the top of a hill right now. There's my tent there. I'm a little bit skeptical though because I'm camping on like rocks. So if you can see my pegs there, they're not actually put in properly. And I don't know if you can see my tent, but it's starting to get a little bit windy, especially on the top of this hill. This was definitely a terrible idea, but let's just hope my tent doesn't blow on me in the middle of the night. Anyway, I know there's people coming up. I'm also on a public footway, so there's a really cool sunset there. And that behind me there is, I was literally just about to walk to the Welcome to St Ives sign. So yeah, that place over there is St Ives, where I'm going to be heading tomorrow morning to stock up on my stuff. Anyway, now all that's left to do is to hit the hay. Okay, good morning and welcome to day 2. Today I'm literally going to be walking because yeah, that's literally all I've got to do. Let's go. Over the next few days, like I said, I pretty much walked the whole of the Southwest Coastal Path. So at the start of day 2, I set off on that. And it's raining again. All right, so tonight I've had a little bit of a disaster. So basically I was walking along for ages and ages trying to find somewhere to camp, and there was literally just nothing. So I found myself jumping over one fence, jumping over another fence, which was like barbed wire, and should probably keep the noise down a bit, but I'm basically camping in a farmer's field right next to his house. Disaster. I mean, to be honest, I'm right in the corner of the field. That's where I jumped over, like right there, and the motorway's right behind me, or the A road. And his house is over there, so I'm just hoping that I can make it to the morning without him finding me. So yeah. On the third day of my trip, it started off with a much needed fry up. Yeah, not gonna lie, I absolutely demolished this, and it set me up perfectly for a long day ahead of me. I'm on the road again. Oh my god, look at that hill I've got to climb up there. I'm not looking forward to that. After about another day, I continued walking along the southwest coastal path, but as the terrain was so ridiculously hilly, I decided to change my direction the next day. And this would involve me heading back roads for a more direct route to Bristol. Before that though, I came across a group of people a little older than me exploring mine shafts, which was cool. But after this, little did I know that I had some endless days of walking back roads ahead of me. Alright, geez, I'm getting a tan now. My dinner for tonight, I'm going to try and stay low because I don't want to get caught, but my tent is there and I have a tuna baguette. I've been looking forward to this all day. I'm running out of water, so hopefully I can get some in the morning, but it shouldn't be an issue. I'll just have a really dry mouth after this, but let's take a bite. Oh man, tuna roll, I've been looking forward to this. So far though, I was averaging about 40 miles of walking per day, which to be honest was pretty ridiculous. So as I was approaching Bristol, I booked myself a hotel, and well, let me tell you, it was truthfully one of the best moments of my life. Look at my hair, oh my. Honestly, I've never been so happy to have a hotel room. I've got fresh, just normal, I can make tea, coffee, whatever. I don't even drink tea, I'm gonna make a tea. I've got a TV, and have a look at this. I've got a shower. I've got a shower, I've got a toilet. Oh my, this is, you don't realise what you got until it's gone. Oh, I've actually got a room. This is the best feeling ever. After days and days of nothing, this is just so good. Yeah, anyway, that is the room tour. What a day. I'm gonna sleep so well in here tonight. Woo! Unfortunately though, this luxury didn't last for long, as the next day I joined the Cotswolds Way. Right, I don't really have a clue how, but in the space of a couple of minutes I've ended up in a random farmer's field. So right now I'm just walking on mud trying to make my way to the Cotswolds Way. So let's try and get off this farmer's field. Nice though. Alright, and here is my lunch for today. Yeah, I'm literally pretty much living off Tesco meal deals for this whole trip. To be fair though, although I may have been getting really bored of walking through the Cotswolds Way was really refreshing. The next morning I woke up bright and early, determined to get some miles under my belt. I'm genuinely starting to ask myself now, Does it ever stop raining in this bloody country? I've said it before and I'll say it again. It's August. Cows, please tell me, what the hell is this weather? Alright, really starting to get into the groove of things now. I think I'm averaging about 3.7 miles per hour walking speed, which is literally just slightly above average. So, yeah, doing really well. Luckily, over the next few days, slowly but surely, the weather started getting better. For the rest of the Cotswolds Way, I passed some really scenic towns and villages. It really felt like I was in a Harry Potter film. Alright, so I am currently coming towards the end of the Cotswolds Way now. And obviously my legs are absolutely killing me. But, you know what? Overall, I'm feeling good. So, pretty much, I was just thinking to myself that I really want another hotel. So, the only problem is, though, is that the nearest one is like, you're probably going to laugh when I say it, it's literally 100 kilometres away. So, right, this is probably going to sound like the stupidest thing ever. But I was just thinking to myself, like, should I, just for a video, just tomorrow, walk as far as I can for the rest of the day, and tomorrow, should I just book a hotel 100 kilometres away and just walk that tomorrow just for a cool video? Probably a stupid idea, but could roll. In hindsight, this was kind of obviously the stupidest thing that I could have done. To be fair to me though, I did end up going through with it, but packing up my tent and walking in the middle of the night wasn't the best feeling, to say the least. Right, so woke up at 4 AM this morning, and now I have to walk for the next 18 hours straight. So I'm basically going to be walking for 18 hours straight. My eye bags are horrendous, but yeah, the only positive is that I have a hotel tonight. What an idiot. Although it may have been a little bit late, I did end up making it to the second hotel of my trip. And safe to say that yet again, I was absolutely buzzing. After the second best night's sleep of my life, I then spent the next few days slowly creeping towards the Pennine Way. I started off by going through the Peak District and seeing some of the coolest things of my life. Okay, so I have just entered the Peak District, which is one of my favourite places in the UK. And look at what I've just found. This is insane. Hello! Alright, so today I took a little detour as I'm on the place now called the Monsell Trail. I've been here loads of times before in my life. It's awesome. And there's a little tunnel here. This place is just full of just hidden gems. I love it. Alright, so I am really excited for the next part of this trip, because if you look at this sign here, it is the start of the Pennine Way. And well, let's walk it, I guess. The Pennine Way is a 270-mile trail which essentially takes you through the English wilderness. It starts in roughly the middle of England and takes you all the way to the Scottish border. I would be coming off about halfway through for a more direct route, but safe to say, like I said, I was really looking forward to this. Yeah, the only thing I can say about the Pennine Way so far is that it's lucky skin is waterproof, because if it wasn't, then I'd be in big trouble. Anyway, to be fair, I'm enjoying it. It's just annoying that it has not stopped raining. Let's try and get to the end of this, then honestly we'll be making such good timing. So I'm probably just going to put my camera down and see you in a couple of days. Also, before I go, actually, see you later, Chief. I should probably mention that 100-kilometre day that I done the other day is now absolutely killing me. So my tent, I just can't wait to put up every night and just get some sleep. But the only problem is as well is that, you know, the rain is not helping me sleep because I just can't get to sleep because it's so loud. Yeah, I'll see you in a couple of days. As I was on the Pennine Way, I was making such good progress. Although it may have been some of the worst weather I have experienced of the trip so far, the views and different scenery was actually distracting me from the boredom of the road walking the past few days before this. And I was in my element. Yeah, my shoes are at the point now where I might as well just be walking on water. Alright, so just taking a little break here, and that view is absolutely bosh. To be honest, coming towards the end of the Pennine Way now, man, I think I've made really good timing. So from this point onwards, I'm just going to try and enjoy it as much as I possibly can. Set up camp here with this amazing view. Nice bridge in the background as well. Yeah. After finishing my section of the Pennine Way, I made my way down to the Hadrian's Wall path. Little did I know though, I had some really boring days ahead of me. Unfortunately, there's no way of walking to Glasgow through any cool paths, so I had no other option but to take cycle paths and main roads. I began though by heading to the next checkpoint of my trip, which was Scotland. Oh, welcome to Scotland. We're currently about 4 weeks in, it's literally just hit the 4-week mark. But I genuinely can't believe I've made it this far. And it's sunny for once as well, after the Pennine Way, which is nice. Yeah, honestly cannot believe it. But that is a sight that I've been wanting to see since I started this challenge. I can't even explain how I feel right now. What a moment. Yeah, this moment was surreal. Shortly after this though, I made it to the start of the West Highland Way. Alright, so I am now just entering the West Highland Way. And man, what an eventful past couple of days as well, because I was literally just walking like a cycle lane all the way from Carlisle to Glasgow. Now I'm at a place called Millingathy. You can see on the sign behind me there, welcome to the West Highland Way. And I am kind of looking forward to this. I mean, my legs are kind of knackered, but should be good. Let's go. The West Highland Way was one of the most remote places of my whole trip. And really thinking about it, I would quite literally not see a single person for hours. There was no shops, about one house every 10 miles, no people, literally just me putting one foot in front of the other and the mountains. Yeah, to be honest, it's quite a weird feeling. Like, I think I've seen about one person today. So it's literally just me, my thoughts, and yeah, just literally me and nothing. My heart's a stereo, it's for you, so listen close. Hear my thoughts in every note. Take me your radio, turn me up when you feel low. This melody was meant for you, so sing along to my stereo. Although it was weirdly remote though, I was weirdly enjoying it as well. I had mixed emotions, but a common theme of this trip was that I was being distracted by the beautiful scenery. After now getting towards the end and almost completing the West Highland Way, it was at this point where I almost had my second very stupid idea of the trip. And looking back on my thoughts of this again, I'm really glad that I didn't go through with it, to be honest. Alright, so that right there, that mountain there, is Ben Nevis. And to be honest, the other day I was like, should I climb it? Should I not? So I'm going to camp like around here tonight, but I've made the decision that I'm just going to give it a miss because my legs are so tired. I'm really looking forward to getting to the end of it now, and I'm actually enjoying it because Scotland is just so cool. So I've made the decision that I'm not going to climb it, which to be fair, it's a smart one. I've already climbed it before as well, but yeah, let's enjoy the rest of the trip without killing myself, or I try not to at least. Over the next few days, my mood completely changed. The next part of the trip involved me walking the Great Glen Way, which is actually a really cool path which takes you along different lochs and mainly the Loch Ness all the way to Inverness. So yeah, for one of the final trails of my trip, I'll be joining the Great Glen Way. And as I was coming towards the end of my trip now, I tried to take in every moment as much as possible. Nessie! No, the head's there. Come out, wherever you are. In all seriousness though, do you actually think like the Loch Ness Monster is real or not? Because if you don't, then it's proof of it. And would you look at that, the end of the Loch Ness in all its glory. After now completing the Great Glen Way, I was now about 200 miles from the finishing point of John O'Groats. I was running out of storage to film by this point though, but for the last few days I mainly walked along the A9 road. So yeah, to be honest, you really didn't miss much. After getting to past Wicklow, which was my final town of my trip, I got my camera out for the last day, and here is how it went. Well, this feels like a bit of a bittersweet one. Man, genuinely can't believe it. Let's go and touch the sign. Where is it? 1,200 miles, 39 days. I can't even count anymore, I've lost my mind. From the bottom to the top of the UK, alone, as a teenager. I don't even know how to describe it, to be honest. It just feels just like a weird feeling. But yeah, what a journey, and thanks for watching, I guess.